All right, so we start with our first section, which is the fundamentals.
Tonight, we're going to talk about cryptocurrencies. Everything you don't understand about money combined with everything you don't understand about computers.
Some basic definitions: coin, token, currency, these all refer to the same thing. Blockchain is where all transactions for cryptocurrency are recorded. They are there forever. Bitcoin is the big crypto, it's the most important one. The technology, these points are not really crucial to our investing strategy, but it helps to know a few of the terms. So we can look at a few things like the decentralized ledger. Central Bank of Canada has one ledger located in one place. Bitcoin has ledgers in every mining validator across the world, so thousands of places. Bitcoin is created and mined in a competitive mathematical race between miners who also validate transactions on the network. That's gobbledygook for saying that it can't just be created out of thin air. Transactions can be direct, peer to peer. You can send money to somebody in any place in the world just by knowing their address. It doesn't go through any banks, it doesn't go through any other things like that. There's no additional fees, although there are small gas fees to use the networks, and those go to pay the validators and the miners who, through all their work, offer the security of the network to everyone using it. So it's open and secure. The network is anonymous. You interact from a wallet address that doesn't carry any other information. You're the only one that knows that you're operating out of that wallet on the blockchain. Cryptographic technology is very secure. It can't be hacked by computers today. People speculate that quantum computers in the future will be able to crack cryptographic coding, but at the same time, quantum computing in the future will also be used to protect coding. So we'll see what happens when we get there, but we are years away from any sort of functional quantum computing capacity of that degree. Where is crypto stored? It's not quite like money. Money is cash when it's in your hand, it's a digital record when it's in the bank. Cryptocurrency will never be cash in your hand, it will always be a digital currency. But the thing about cryptocurrency is that it's actually always stored on the blockchain. What you store are keys that allow you to access and transact in those sections of the blockchain that the blockchain has recorded are owned by you. Value in trade. Why does crypto have value? Crypto has value. Why anything has value? People agree it has value. The money that we exchange with our hands, you can't live with it. You can't eat it. You can't build anything out of it. But it has value because when you give it to somebody, that person also agrees. So it becomes a medium of exchange. Crypto, in this way, also has that medium of exchange value.
You may at this point be thinking, but wait, how do you make money from Bitcoin? To which Dan would say, you just trade it on exchanges like any other currency. And if you then asked, well, how does it have value? Dan would reply, how does any money have value, man? And then he'd say, call me the brain fillator, because I just blew your mind. To which you'd say, forget I asked, Dan, you're absolutely gross, I hate you. But the problem is, Dan is kind of right. Like most currencies, the fundamental reason that Bitcoin has value is because people agree that it has value. In fact, at the moment, it's really being treated more like a speculative investment than a currency.
How is crypto like stocks or currency? It has several similarities with stocks and currency. One is that there's a lot of variety of cryptos. There's a lot of variety of stocks, companies that have gone public. There's a lot of varieties of currency, as many as there are nations on the planet. There's also public market exchanges. So stocks and currency, you go to an exchange and you trade your money for a share of a public company, or you trade your Canadian dollars for US dollars. With cryptocurrency, you go and you purchase crypto assets. Crypto runs 24/7. The stocks are only business days and business hours during those days in the respective country that they're operated in. So your trading hours, if you want to buy and sell stocks in England, you're going to be up at wildly different hours than if you're trading stocks on the New York Stock Exchange. Same with currency, although currency is 24 hours, 5 days a week. currency exchanges shut down for the weekend. With crypto, there's two different exchange types, fiat versus crypto swaps. Fiat exchange is like a stock exchange or a currency exchange. You're trading fiat money for the stocks or for other fiat currencies. With crypto, though, you can also take your crypto and send it to a dedicated crypto exchange. In a crypto exchange, you can swap cryptos for other cryptos, and one particular crypto is called a stable coin. That crypto's value doesn't fluctuate. It stays pegged to the US dollar. So it's like using a fiat currency, except you're doing it on a fiat exchange. And that can have an impact on your tax, which we will examine later. Company ownership versus blockchain ownership. So when you own stocks, you own a share of an actual company that is performing, is run by people, may have materials, has income and revenue and financial statements. When you own a portion of the blockchain, you own that tradable value. Sometimes certain blockchains have a computational reason to own them. So you can participate in that blockchain. You also get some voting rights depending on the nature of the blockchain. One thing that is different but similar about company ownership versus blockchain ownership, like I said, the company has financial statements, they have income, they have revenue, expenses, they have a way to measure their performance. Blockchains also have performance metrics, more commonly known as tokenomics, and that describes how more of the currency is created. There's also mechanisms in some currencies to burn the currency, which drives the value of the currency up as scarcity goes up. There's voting rights. You can see also with tokenomics how much of the blockchain is owned by the founders as versus owned by the general public, and that's a health metric. Well, I think we did a pretty good job of putting the fun in fundamentals.